To 10 to 7, it's time to pause for thought now this morning with Tim Stevenson, the Secretary of the Hull and East Riding Humanist Group.
Good morning. The scientific, naturalistic story of our origins begins with a Big Bang about 15 billion years ago, our Sun forming about 10 billion years later, and Homo sapiens appearing around 600,000 years ago. But it does not require that there was any predetermined purpose behind the whole process. Many people think that if this naturalistic account of our origins is true, then human life can only be a meaningless accident of nature and insist that there must be a supernatural designer to provide meaning and purpose to our lives. But I think this is untrue. Consider the creation of the post-it note. When a scientist originally created the repositionable adhesive that the notes use almost 50 years ago, neither he nor anyone else had any idea what possible use there was for it. Several years later, another scientist, tired of losing his place in his hymn book while singing in his church choir, thought how useful a lightly adhesive bookmark would be and realised that the apparent useless glue was useful after all. What mattered was not the origins of the glue or the purposes of the inventor, but the purposes and uses of what had come into existence itself. I think that choosing the meaning and purposes of my own life makes more sense than believing that there is some predetermined plan for me, designed by a creator God. Perhaps you do too.
Thank you very much. Pausing for thought this morning, Tim Stevenson, Secretary of the Hull and East Riding Humanist Group. Okay.